If, according to Lama Tsongkhapa, those persons of intermediate scope can attain liberation, is the distinction between the person of intermediate scope and the person of greater scope to be found on the side of method rather than wisdom? 기부숨 길람기라는 바요라. 기부숨 길람기. 기부 딩난 기부 침보 기박 가르유레사 디 탑기차야 시라기차. 탑기차 탑 야시랍. 개발 가능성 이거래서.
야 주든 친구 개발 가르에서는 삼박 개발 샤거래. 그죠? 야. 간세 시빌레라 도다데 가시랑시 잠든 교우테니 드시차자니. 남들의 수완나 신시 스바코라 잡지 춘시 아니 시비대와 틀도 인간들라 라이 와 아니 주팅 체.
So the person of who is the intermediate sort of person is one who, as it's explained in the lamp for the path, that a person who has developed revulsion towards their own suffering and has developed an interest in achieving liberation, their own liberation from samsara.
Oh yeah. 아니 코라니 코이 동아지 나도 잡네. 아니 코알라 직신 짜네. 아니 코라니 지보 아니 가르서라 타바텐드니 로제만 많이 뱉잖아. 지우트나. 그렇아?
So someone who has then developed understanding of their own suffering, the way in which they're suffering within the samsaric existence, and they develop revulsion towards that, and then they develop, based on that revulsion, a non-artificial desire to achieve liberation, a wish to achieve liberation from that suffering, then they are a person of an intermediate type of person.
Oh yeah. 다 주친분이 란지도비 동아지시 아니 가서 란지도비 전에 한다. 란지도비 동아지. 가사 현지 동안에 양다 서버 되바니 교우테니 초체차스 아니 랑 동아지 나서 삼네 아니 동아지 나와라 동아랑 예발 치윙 내중 깨네 아니 텐더가기 랑 동아랑 밑에와 제와 나신 체니 아니 섬전 현 동아지 나서 삼대가 아니 동아랑 미세비 이제 제와인다 어다 텐데 ninja gyundengi gyu chenpo sikwari, right?
Ninja gyundengi
gyu chenpo. Rangi dobi dungaji kasa shenji gyundengi yangda soba gyundengi gyu tene chochi cha chani lamdre suwa na chingi rang dungaji nasu samde dungala mechobi ngechun kedi ane dungala taba tundu nyerwa. 我天哪些讲呢？俺那现东啊，就那完了，没事比人家接的，俺现东啊那战斗给，俺那落接吧，
So the person of greater, the greater person is a great person is one who, having understood their own situation, how they're tormented by sufferings within the cycle of existence, have developed that kind of revulsion towards that. But then, in addition to that, they they think by thinking about the way that other beings are suffering, are tormented in the cycle of existence, just as they are, they developed a kind of attitude of being unable to bear the suffering of others that they see. And then, based on that, being unable to bear the suffering of others, they give rise to the great compassion, which and that is a person who has become a great person.
Oh yeah. That's all. Share tab chare, and share tab chare too. Tabatunian glodang. Tabatunian glodang. 아니 제 탑시할 좋으니.
So this has to do, then primarily it goes into the side of the method side of the path, primarily.
대양 아니 가르래서나 라니 지보 랑코유 동안라 아니 메시비 인지잖아 라니 지보 코알라 타바되비 아니 타되데 타바된데 지우 증바와체 요 증비람자 다 지당 코알라 코유 동안라 메시비 인지제 코유 동아제 나주잖아 코알라 타바되비 되니세나 지우 증다 투모와 지우 침비질라요아래 지우 증을 증기질라요아래.
So then a person who is focusing on the suffering of themselves, the suffering which exists only within themselves, and develops this kind of attitude which of not being able to bear that suffering, and based on that, the wish to achieve liberation. That's the person of intermediate scope. And then the great person is one who has that sort of attitude of not being able to bear the sufferings of samsara, but it is also has concern for the sufferings of others. So the first kind of not being able to bear the sufferings of samsara is common to both types of person. They have it. They both have it.
Yeah.
Rinpoche said on Monday afternoon, in the Monday afternoon teaching, that when one comes out of meditative equipoise, the imputed I would appear. At that point, one should just focus on the imputed I or designated I and not the aggregates. My question is the appearance of the designated I a direct or conceptual perception or cognition? If it is a direct perception, would this be the same as perceiving emptiness of the I, of I? Dini kasan sa dawe sungchila rinpochegi nyamshagni ya langna dini dakbenga yanka dakbenga
냠샤기 그래.
nyamshak toni nyamchala ne ya laryangna toni le
랑나에.
le lang
또 냠샤라 랑벼.
dini dakbenga
네. 됐어.
nga yanka noirwa dini let's see dakbenga di la
아빠스가 말해. 아니야.
disagree
네.
nga la kasi migre nga la how would you say it? We should focus on
랍다 거르티 랍다.
the mingtam la
야.
yeah
Could you mention that he was quoting Kedruche about this? It was
yeah he understands the context here. It's just the terminology of the question doesn't coincide exactly with what he was saying. Rinpoche said, I think that the what you should focus on is the mere I, the mere I, ngatsam, the mere I. One should focus on, and pungpola dagi yomares,
뭐라 그래?
pungpola mikpa yomares.
수.
The kirunuchigi
됐어 그 말이야.
is yomares.
다 냠샤라 냠바창가 저러와 냠샤 되게 돈이라 제주도 냠바셰베 냠샤가 되게 싱어라 다중 나서와 냠샤 되게 싱어라 아니 강사 그때도 돈이 때나 변가이다 냠샤가 싱어라 돈바니 마도 강사 당 풍부 가야며 그봐 냠샤가 싱어 돈바니 마도 가야며 봐.
So to begin this, within the perspective of the meditative concentration and meditative equipoise, absorption, which is cognizing emptiness, only emptiness appears. That's the only thing that appears. There's no I or the aggregates or the other sorts of things.
시간이 띵도 돈이 때라 바뀌 옛나양 된데 돈이 지라 돈이를 제지도 제배 냠샤기 신호를 때라 동반이 마도 동시 최전데 메라.
So,
아마 메바 키바레 스티레.
so within the sphere, the context of, or the perspective of that sort of meditative absorption on emptiness, the base for the emptiness, the base upon which one has, or within which one is, or based upon which one has ascertained emptiness, that base does not appear. Only the emptiness itself appears.
다 냠샤래 랑비 제도도 아니 동반이 또비 아니 돈이 가서 가자된로 까바기 쇼도 아니 가를 리두고 살가나 나시와 민잠식려봐 나시와 그 민잠식려봐.
So, as a result of, after one comes out of that meditative absorption, which is single-pointedly focused on emptiness, when it comes out of that, then as a sort of after shuldu, how would you say that? Shuldu, as sort of like a leftover from that, yeah. As sort of like or sort of.
가자값 슈 세디 가르스 그랬어요. 가자의 값이 다 슈스나 가자 값하게 제다다란 말이다. 가자의 값이 슈라 아니 가를 하도 옷을.
So sort of by the force of having eliminated the object of negation there, then there's or within the context of that meditative concentration on emptiness, then when one rises out of that, there is the remainder, which is the mere I.
말이다. 나자 말이다. 아시 민잠실려봐.
Or the I, which is existing as a mere name.
대인들 민대양 또박이 심에도 자위 민대 딱삭이 시자와네 매봐. 또배 심에도 자위 똑다 민점 또다 민점도 세봐.
또다 민점.
봐봐 심에도 따위 또다 민점도 따와.
이게 가보래.
배나 롱으로 스타디오 간라. 롱으로 딱삭이 시켜니와 말아봐. 롱으로 자와니와 말아봐. 라 시
리롱기라
롱어라서 또바따지 그러나 또바따이 시키와 말아봐. 시식 팔려네 요 말아봐.
알았어.
어텐나신 자리 마시 민잠지 류아레데 민태야 롱어라서 딱삭이 심해봐 나신 자리 텐다이 민대야 딱삭이 시켜니 매봐. 심해도 따위에 또다 민잠식 삼아 류아레스. 야.
리봉기라 낭신.
로버트 치하고는 야.
Did you follow that?
야.
That's all you. 똑같은
맨날 또배 심해봐 쓰나 밖에 또배 따야 시켜니 매봐. 롱어라서 또배 따지 잠바 또배 따서 시어 말아봐.
영어를.
대나신 대 단다디 가자데 값이 쇼도 나시에기 민잠식 류아레스. 텐다이 민탕 딱사기 시 또배 심에도 따와 시자네 매봐.
시자네 매봐.
또배 심에도 따위 아니 똑다 민잠잠. 똑다 민잠 민양잠레.
민양잠. Okay. So in the case here the example that's given for this, the mere name, which is conceptually designated as a remainder that is left over after one has, by the force of the meditative equipoise on emptiness. The example that's given for this is that if you think of like the horns of a rabbit, the horns of a rabbit, a rabbit's horn does not exist, and therefore it has no base. There's no base for establishing the horn of a rabbit, so it's without any kind of base. Like that, this mere name is without any base. 민점당 리본기라 지금 말해서.
What is it? 또배 심에도 따위 또다 면담자 인바 직발해서.
So in the same way that the horns of a rabbit are without any kind of base, this mere name which is left over is without any kind of base.
인간들다 캐루지 숨기 이사를 가산데 라인바 가서래 아니 제도도 람바나 아니 가서 까바데 슈드 류바 지도 냠나 나 셰서 아니 명점식 류와당 나 셰와게 명점식 류와레 다 된다이 명대 명점 대양 롱라라 또바따바 나신 체니 또바기 시자니 메바따와 따와기 안에 또다 또배 심에도 따위 또다 명점세 또다 명장점도 세바데라 아니 내가 상기 지그레스 내가 지그레스 내가 상기 지그레스
Okay, then, so just as the way the horns of a rabbit are designated without any kind of base, similarly, this mere I, or this I which is a mere name, which is left over when one arises out of that meditative absorption on emptiness, that mere I is without any kind of base.
Oh yeah. 사실은 내가 상기 깨바나 티텔라 깨바자는 마슈바. 그러나 깨바 마슈바 아니 티텔라 슈베 텐다위 민장점 내가 상랑제기 민점 대기 레소바보다 대우녀와 보라다. 사동라 소비 차와 전유소 차와 춘유소 아니 영화에 참아 춥나? 영화에 춥지 삼바 땡중다 동바 안에 손도 주발랑 영화 니그 와레.
건다 고즈마서.
가세. 가래.
민트.
가세.
민상 루어레사나. 디.
가세 돼. 민자 세세. 민자 부어서 가세. 가세. 민자지 류바레스. 야 류바를 나긴 봐야.
Left over.
아차가비 슈들 가를 하두고 쓰나?
What's left over?
가르가비 값슈들 가를 하두고 쓰나? 민자미시 류바를 라바레스 거다. 류바하고 고민도.
So the discussion here was about the meaning of this one.
가를 하두고 쓰나? 가자 값이 까라. 아니 제도도 상주자 말 가자 nenrukabe shudulu nga damba truwakabe shudulu karalhadu sana nga shewaki mingyang jil hayawares rwa tenrawi mingyang teang tokpe shimedu tawi shitsane meba tokpe shimedu tawi tokta mingyang zamdu sebala ane ngewa thangi tengres
ngewa
thangi tengres rwa
Shanglang. Do you know Shanglang?
I that 하나서 가리라고 그래. similar to shoot to what you temperature on what you actually say. No one oh.
Yes. So then the way this to repeat what was said here, we're trying to determine the nature of this, how this thing is remaining, or what is left over after one arises out of meditative equipoise on emptiness. So it's sort of by the force of negating the object of negation there, which is a I, which is intrinsically existent or existing by its own intrinsic identity. Once one has done that, then and arises out of that meditative equipoise, then the I, which is a mere name, is left over, and but it's without any kind of base for the designation, and it's left without the basis of its designation, and when that appears. Or when one should stay in this subsequent phase after arising out of that meditative equipoise, one should remain focused on that until one has a sort of intense experience of that, of what that is, the mere name existing alone.
Oh yeah, never thank it, Jambana. Never pay Chambaya. 용디 잠바 다 드니 텐더이 매잠도 털라 제바 마시고 체 그봐 제바 마시윙 안에 민잠 대기 레소바보다 대부 영화보다 차 자동 제바 자동라스비 차와 춘이서 영화 참아 줍나 당가를 가자 돈이 된루 카바 돈이 또 살아와 아니 단다 디 낭잠 디 차와 춘이 저기 가라 아니 동바다 땡중 손도 주발라
So then once you're able to remain focused on this, the I as a mere name, without any basis of its designation, and one remains focused on that until one gets a sort of a very vivid or intense experience of that. And once one has that, and one is able to establish that as the basis for creating karma, for experiencing the results of karma, for performing any kind of actions, able to establish it as the agent that engages in activities, then one has developed an ascertainment of the integration of dependent origination and emptiness.
Oh.
But that mere I that's basis,
The
that mere I that doesn't have a basis doesn't function. The mere I that is imputed upon the aggregates can be an agent and so forth, but a mere I that isn't imputed on the aggregates, how could it be the agent of actions and so forth?
민참디 풍포를 되네 딱바를 봐서
네. 부모들 다 들어봐.
and the J-top the 민참디 mikpa 경고로 봐.
가르면 또
the 민참디 낭
그런 아이들 풍보를 때나 따바르디 풍비 뛰는 요 말이.
풍비팅
요 말이. 다 뭐세대 간들에서나 가 나이 뛴데 진로 가도 잠바 나 생각에 민게 파다 잠 또배 딱sam도 매하래. 또배 딱삼 대양 또배 딱사가라 또배 딱사기 시 랑원에 주어자니 매봐. 그러나 또배 딱시 나 그런 또배 딱사자니 매봐. 또배 심에도 다위스 또다 민간 잠도 세발랑 나와 상그 때와.
So here it's saying that we're saying that that mere name, the I, which is a mere name, yes, it is indeed designated based on its basis of designation, which is the aggregates here. But it doesn't. It doesn't exist from its own side, autonomous from its own side. but because it does in fact exist as it is based on the basis of designation.
nga dashi phumbo le tena tawa rede phumbi tundu dashi nga yo amare.
But although it is true, it is the case that the I is designated based on the basis of designation, the aggregates, but the I doesn't exist within its basis of designation, the aggregates.
다시 phumbi tundu nga yo na 아니 nga 다시 phumbi tundu zawa ti tsana nga nyewore.
If it existed within, if the I existed within the basis of designation, the aggregates, then when one seeks the I, one would find it within that basis of designation.
바지 phumbi tundu nga nyena 아니 nga rangan chuwa chagore.
And if you did find that I within the aggregates, within its basis of designation, then the I would be established from its own side. It would exist from its own side.
다이자 다시 phumbi tundu phumbola tena tawa rede phumbi tundu yo mares. ona 강아데 간드질려 요아레서나 오다 가르레서나 또베 심에도 또베 강아데 민장레 민장지레 민장 따여점 민장 잠시레 된다요 가데 오늘 간드지 요아레서나 따따사 그 시조아레서나 또베 심에도 시따사자네 매봐 롱어란전 또베 그 롱어라 따와 나신 천이 아니 가서리 나 대라양 시산에 매바 따배따와 직바직자래 와 심에도 따와 직바 임바체 롱어란전 또바기 롱어라 매발라 롱어라 세지 가서 따와당 나 대양 시산에 매바 아니 따와 직바 임바체 와 이나양 롱어란전 또배라 라 따와나 롱어라 따와 나신 롱어라 찬타냐 베차면 롱어라 찬타냐 요구를 해서는 요아 말이 나시 또배 따바잔도 나시 타냐도 요아래
Die Dakshi Ribungra Dakshi
또배 따사 그 심해봐 지봐
Topi Daksagi Shimeba.
지바체
Sonny.
나 다시 품비단도 나 따되잖아 타발을 두르 따와 나시래 그도와 타발라 주제 따데나 타비드나 두 자와네 메아와 오다 대다 집바나시리 다 거백 거와자자 말해.
이 풍포 다시 풍포 열어.
다시 풍보래 요아레스.
요아레스.
또 다시 풍보를 때나 따바래도 풍비든도 가요아 말레스.
Okay, so the way this works then, or the analogy with the rabbit horn, both the I, which is designated based on its basis of designation, that is the aggregates, and the rabbit horn are equal in not having being without a basis. What that means is that just as the rabbit horn is not found when it's dakshi pumpo, I'm getting messed up again. I thought I had it.
No, 그렇지.
Dakshi ribungira dakshi omare.
이거를 다시 쓰고 말이. 저 란전 또배 또 따야지 가르쳤으나 롱 그라따기 어려와. 좋아. 롱란전 또배 따리 시가라 롱란전 또배 또 롱라 따와라.
그래.
봐 롱란전 또배 롱라 징기 어려와. 또배 따와라. 롱라 요 말에도 롱라 또배 따리. 인자 또배 따사기 시 또배 따섬 레제 또배 따섬 기시 롱라 요 알아봤으나 요 말에스. 대신도 나시 아니 또배 따디 간라 또배기 시지 요아르베스나 또바타에서 시잔이 와 말이스 민장들마도
She. Did you get that? Yeah. Okay. Okay. What I'm understanding is that when the rabbit horn is designated by thought, but it has no base. In the same way, as the I, which is designated upon the aggregates, is baseless in the sense that there is no that the I is not found within the basis of designation. There's no basis for that the I is designated upon the basis of the aggregates, but it's not found within its basis of designation, which are the aggregates. So in that sense, it's devoid of a basis.
That's
I got that. That's,
why.
yeah.
May I ask from the shade then, we were discussing the mere eye in terms of the eye that moves from life to life, not attached to these aggregates, and then the eye of this life that is based on these aggregates. When we rise from meditative equipoise and try to focus on this eye, mere eye without base, could it be the eye traveling beyond this set of aggregates and in that sense baseless?
Oh, that's okay. That's actually introducing another set of complications. The Mingchang ngadi kaza kiwa ngachi dronking nga your base.
근데 요아를 돼요. 맨자매. 제가 되다 따와를 투요아라 좀 somos 요아를 콜라르와.
So this I is,
이래서 레소바보다 대운용아보다 사둔소지 자와 지그레스 랍사인 바다지.
so this I, yes, that is the mere name, is indeed the thing that acquires karma, that engages in actions, and so it does, in fact, is the thing that is, one can say that exists in previous and current and future lives as well.
오야. 다 가르워. 다 좋아 가르다. 다 좋아.
어디
전다디 티 제수 장위 또비 낭자 잠을 sha고 또비 낭자 잠. 是吧? 또비 낭자 잠. 是吧? 또비 낭자 잠지 낭 가상아도 라인 봐. 나와 잠마도 아니 시 텐중원에 주와지 가야 요 말에 로이 나와 잠마도 성아 생각 대양 아니 명잠 로이 나와 잠마도 나식 텐지들로나 반이 시 교화지 요 말에.
So the point being made here is that this I, which is a mere name, is a mere appearance of mind. It doesn't exist within the object of the basis of designation. It doesn't have some kind of objective existence apart from being a appearance to the mind, appearance of the mind.
가상아지 여기서 그 중에 맞게 라인 봐. 어떻게 지바리. 예, 가서 니지 생으로 밀람유 주매랑 레비 따당 랑보소 세가라 밀람게 내가서 아니 밀람게 리라와 칸짐선 세야지 가르래서나 로이 나와 잠마도 대래 셴바지 요 말에.
So this making the same point then that was made in the Gyewa Kelsang's verse that says that just as in a dream there are all those things appearing, the fences and mountains and such, and just as in a magical illusion, horses and elephants appear. In the same way, this is just an appearance of mind.
니지니위 생으로 밀람유 주매라비 따다 랑보소 세가라 아니 마자지 밀레비 아니 가서 시와라 아니 주매 따다 랑보 찬이바 나와 든서 간데질에 요아래 세가라 아니 로라 나와자 마도 시대나 리라와 니지냐가 그 시지라와 튼지 리라와 칸짐당 유미 아니 따다 람보스 시대나 요 말이 왕시대라 나와자 말해 왕시와라 나와자 말해.
So it just in the same way that in a dream there are all these things appearing to the mind within that cognition, within the perspective of that cognition, and but in that base, there's no, those things don't exist. There are no real fences and mountains and such. And similarly within a magical illusion, from the perspective of the person seeing the illusion, there appear to be horses and elephants and such. But within the base there, the sort of basis for the conjuring of that illusion, there is no actual horse or elephant to be found.
아니 코르단 양대 소스 대신도 다당 현당 코와당 양대로 소와 탐제 최근 민당 로이 탄예지 최근 민당 로이 탄예지 나와 잠래 시디 전지쇼 가야요 말이.
Similarly, with respect to all of the phenomena that exist within samsara and nirvana, and those which transcend samsara, in all of those phenomena are merely Mingdang Lu Tanya.
Mingdang Tanyaji, Nawa Tamadoch. Mingdang Chugu Mingdang Tanyaji.
So they appear merely by conventions, the conventions of names and the conventions of thought or conventions of cognition. But although all these phenomena appear by the force of these conventions of name and thought, they don't exist at all within the basis.
인자 낭자 티기 아니 다당 현당 양대당 코발라 소와 낭점 티기 강사동 안 오래 강사도 낭점 티기 퇴단티 자와 체발라 아니 자와 체니와데 가르레세라 낭점데 타녀비 참여 주바 남점데 낭점데라 퇴단티 지된라 차바 퇴단제비 참여 민여바 인장 낭점데게 아니 자와 체니 그래.
So these mere appearances nevertheless are able to be established. They are established because they are commonly known within the world. That's one criterion. They're not negated by worldly conventional investigation or reasoning, and then also they're not negated or contradicted by the reasoning which investigates the ultimate nature of things.
가사가 다침에 또바 딘족이 가사가 다당 아니 로라를 또바 다점 레데 또바 다점인데 아니 로라는 또바라 로라 나점 대당 가사가 다침에 또바라 가사가 다 나점 되게 저와천 누구를 왜서나다 다도 주와지 저와천 누구를 왜서나 대체가 누구 말이었어 전민이바 가래서나 지대미 타냐라 맞아봐 타냐비 참여 넣어봐 전단자비 참여 넣어봐 인상 저거 말이었어 저바데 가래서나 로라 좀 또바다 가사가 다침에 또바데 차지 주지래비 시와래스 단다 네라 차지 주지래요 말이 민다도 마음부 주줘야 돼.
So here, the mind which is grasping at a self of persons, which is grasping at self of persons, and a mind which is grasping at a rabbit horn are equal insofar as they are contradicted by, they're not, neither one is acceptable because they're contradicted by common worldly knowledge, they're contradicted as well by the reasoning which investigates conventional things. And then they're also contradicted by reasoning which investigates the ultimate nature of things. So because they're contradicted by all three standards of knowledge, then they're non-existent, completely non-existent. But this I, which is a mere name, that is not contradicted by those.
Yeah, that the Lamsasia Karakawar, Umitawa Casa de Tagare.
This is the most.
Menjan Tazam Teki, Rashi Jitrua Kani, Menjan Tazam Nangzam Teki, Chachi Choet, Karakashi Shari.
This point is the most difficult within the Madhyamika system. Being able to establish the I as a mere name and having it established in that way. Have it be able to perform functions to accumulate karma, experience the results of them, and so forth. This is not something that one comes to understand easily, but rather requires considerable study.
Yeah. That in March, that's I do it. Oh, yeah. That's Anja Namji Chedamba, Yamba Nila Yanda Den, Jidan Kunzo Dambadang. 아니 담비 튼지 덴바 오스체 저 나데라 좀 된대지 아니 가르서나 산제 좀 되는 남지 최 덴바 되라니 추주 친이 지 송바데 아니 덴바니라 담네 송바레세 덴바니라 덴바니라 양도바 라 덴네 줄라 덴바니 이니 지된지 군조 덴바다 담 된다비 덴바 오 So
we've gotten to the point here where the verse which explains that the teaching of the Dharma instruction of the Buddhas rests upon the two truths. The truth of worldly phenomenal truth, and the truth of the highest meaning. I'm using the word phenomenal for kunzop here, so as to preserve the term conventional for tanye, for those who are following the Tibetan. So, and then the truth of the highest meaning, or the ultimate truth. And then it says that the teaching, the Bhagavan Buddha's teaching of the Dharma proceeds from being based on the two truths.
Yeah. That didn't demba nila. That didn't you to Mindrava. Kasore, Trubda Shiginane, didn't you to Mitama. Cherama Tavina, and it took in Nagasu. Kanga 좀 나로이 산나 텔로 미주바 품지신도 근접도 여제 전담 예시노 세간에 가르레 세간아 좀밤 르 차샤 소소 싸와나 배나 품바 토야 좀바다 와 좀밤 르 차샤 소소 싸와나 아니 랑진빌로 너희 시스미 바텔라 근접된 바세 와 좀밤 르 차샤 소소 싸와나 랑제빌로 미도비치스 미바텔라 아니 군조 텐담데바 세
군조 텐담데
텐담데바 랑제빌로 미도와텔라 텐담데바 노르와텔라 군조.
So the way in which the two truths are presented varies in the different schools of Buddhist philosophy. If one takes the Vaibhashika position as it's expressed in the compendium, the Treasury of Metaphysics, the Abhidharma Kosha, then it says there that that which is phenomenal truth or phenomenal truth is something which is if one either breaks it, divides it, or mentally it divides it. If it's divisible, then or can be broken down into smaller parts, then it's a phenomenal truth. if something which is not something which if one either divides it or mentally divides it, mentally divides it, if that cognition is not cognition of it is not stopped, then that is an ultimate truth.
다 대간들에서나 분바 토에 좀바 티세나 아니 범증로 도와 인장 아니 좀바 로이도 위치수 좀바나 로이도 위치수에 바 인장 군조도 마스크하래.
So the bumba
분바 토에 좀바나
Tori Jumpana. So if you take, for example, a pot, if one destroys it with a hammer, then the thought which apprehends pot is stopped, is negated.
다 대신도 두된 초지 참여 두된라 초지 참여 봐. 시와라 뒤응하지 참여 봐. 진조라 로이 차샤 소소 사와나 랑지지 로 미도 봐. 참여 봐 이제 차소소 사주며 봐 인장. 시와 나지 참여 봐 이제 차소소 사주며 봐. 두된 초지 참여 인장 차소소 사주며 봐 인장. 랑 가서 랑진지로 도위치 로이 차차 소소 사와나 랑진지로 미도와 인장 된다 대마샤 거래.
So then here, then similarly, if one mentally examines partless particles or the smallest moments of awareness, those because they have they're indivisible, thought which is investigating is looking at them is not stopped through that attempt to subdivide them because they're indivisible particles in the smallest moments of awareness. Those and therefore things like that are called ultimate truths.
Oh yeah, 다 되네야 제가라 노대와기 전담바 전전이 위치 전담담바 전담바 전전 미니 위치 군조담바 될거 같아.
Then the Sautrantika school says that things which are able to perform a function are ultimate phenomena, and things which are not able to perform a function are conventional phenomena, or things which are phenomenal.
Oh yeah, 다 되네야 제가 삼삼바기 남다 남지 미바 타도 세가 남다 남 세가라 아니 돈용 모습도 또 위시하잖니. 달라 단 지단 남당 모습도 위시더라. 제 여와래데 다 가세 돈용 모습도 위시기 아니 이거 타도 달라 전단 담바탕 텔레션 비처럼 군저 담바샤야. 남다 남지 이거 타도라.
So then, according to the Chittamatra school, the Yogacara school, they would say that the ultimate object of the ultimate object of the pure path is ultimate, and everything else is phenomenal.
Oh yeah, 다 되네. 우마와기 다 담바니오디 시치기 띵도 전담 담바다 군저 담바시 시치기 띵도 샤고 아래. 와 가사 따위 띵도 다 우마와기 디가나 가사디 시 가사디 군저 담바. 가사기 내루 타도 가사 댐바 메바 데 딱 우마타라니가 초지라 샤이나 가사 댐바 메바 가사기 땡기 된담 댐바 그봐.
So then within the Madhyamika school, it said that in common between both the autonomous Madhyamikas and the prasangik or consequentialist Madhyamikas, they share in common the position that the true truths are established with respect to a single basis. And so if we take a person, for example, the final nature of the person is ultimate truth, Gangsak Nilu Tartuk. And the person itself is a phenomenal truth.
아니 줌바 시와 군조 담바라 고고와라 담바 시와 전다 담바라 체 그러와 줌바 타냐바 지당 담바 전다 담바 지그 이여와레 체 간데지 이나야 티딩도 군조 담바라 전다 담바 니르 요고와레.
So this is explained likewise in the introduction to the Middle Way, where it says that that which is false is phenomenal truth. Zumba kunzob demba dan.
Zumba kunzob demba, zumba dan kunzob da sigwari. Zumba se de kana sere kana ngaranzo nangzu dang nezu midimba. Lola nangzu xianji nang. 可能个有个那如果先把去那一张，那路啦，啊，等着就那样，那路开始有的有些他的就那样，他怎么做那样？我在那这个路，那路啦，等着就那样，我有那这个怎么嘛做吧，是吧
？So here, being false. Is a qualification of being phenomenal here, and what that is being established from the point of view of how things appear versus how they exist. Things which are false do not. For things which are false, the way in which they appear does not coincide with the way in which they exist. And so, in this sense, the phenomenal is defined as being false.
Oh yeah, in that day, che kandeji yinaya che re ki tindu zumba de ane kunzo demba kasai kunzo demba sine tanya jiji ki chama kunzo demba tobi lotela tanya jiji ki chama sigware. 전담 전바도에 로데라 타두지지 그 참아시고 아래 인상 치료 간데지 예나야 치료를 그 땡도 안에 타냐지지 그 참만 여든 당 타두지지 그 참만 여든 시리가라 타냐지지 그 참만 여든 군도 담바다 타두지지 그 참만 여든 전담 담바리 최 탐색도 자고 아래.
So then all phenomena are characterized by both truths, in that they have a phenomenal truth or phenomenal dimension of reality and an ultimate truth, ultimate dimension of reality, and the way in which these are ascertained. They're ascertained in different ways. That is, there's a valid cognition which investigates the conventional is that which establishes phenomenal truth.
너나 돈이래 셴비 체 탐제 랑 유도 제비 유장 그 쪼어들라 나와다 마주바 인장 군조 담바체 돈바니디 랑 유도 제비 유장 그 유전들라 나와다 주바 인장 전담 담바.
So in general, one can say that all things that are phenomenal truths insofar as 랑유도 제비
랑유도 제비 유장 그 쪼어 중국어와 랑이 유도 제비 유장 그 쪼어라나 야 대지 고 아니 꽤 마셔요 아래 다 랑 유도 치 유장구 조 대라 나와다 맞추바 인상 군조 대바 체 또니 유도 치 유장구 조 대라 나와다 추바 인상 전담 대바.
So the two truths are distinguished also from the perspective of, or from the point of view of the cognizing subject, that their principal cognizing subject, that is, so phenomenal truths don't exist in the way they appear to their principal cognizing subject, whereas ultimate truths do exist as they appear to their primary cognizing subject. So they're, no. Yeah.
그래서
든담듬바,
하여튼
든담듬바,
전담 대바 유도 치 유장구 조 가르래서나 또니 무슨 또 이시지. 좋아. 전담 무슨 대 전담 대바 무슨 또 이시 되라 또니 나와다 추바래. 되라 만주 시험에 돼야 말해.
So with respect to ultimate truth, then, its primary primary cognizing subject is the wisdom which ascertains emptiness, which is seeing wisdom which is a direct perception of emptiness. So because it exists as it appears to that principal subject, cognizing subject, then it's designated as ultimate truth.
다막 전담대마다 군조dem이 토용 올라마 전도 거래. 와 상안에 빼서 권하지 말로샤고 야. 담반이니 군조지대마다 전담 밑에바고 다 되라. 지대 군조대마다 담비 튼지 대마고 세대라. 되라 지대니 풍보를 때는 다유 가사인데 다시 풍보를 때는 대외 가사인데 직대니 직대 풍보를 앞도 차 별로 직대는 왔던 시 지바서 풍보 때까지 지병 안 들어와 풍보까지 지병 안 준 지바 풍보를 땜바라 직대도 숨이 싫어.
So then the text says that gives the two truths, worldly phenomenal truth and truth of the highest meaning, or the ultimate truth. Here, then the two are defined and discussed in the text. So that was what went before, was a sort of introduction for this, and it will be repeated down below, or be discussed further down below. So with regard to worldly phenomenal truth, here the world is a person who is designated in dependence on the aggregates. The world is the person, and there's a statement here that explains this, that the world is renowned as the aggregates, and the world definitely depends upon that. So it says here, an explanation of that statement, that the world is taught with respect or in dependence upon the disintegrating aggregates.
Oh yeah, 다 직대에서 전다 칭찬이. 군조니 군조 담바탕 세르 군조 담바 생각에 가르래서나 군조 시와데 딘증나 고구야래 로 군조 군조 아니 로 군조와 때문 딘증기 오르 딘기 태어나 준바이 바나 군조 담바 시고래 로 군조와 다 들어도 나디 도드전 라르와디 대화도 전하샤고 로 군조와 라 군조 시와 그 로디 딘증샤.
So here, phenomenal, the word that I'm glossing in English as phenomenal, has multiple meanings, and the first of these is that the phenomenal here refers to not knowing or ignorance, which is a sort of cognition, which is phenomenal in nature. lo kunzo.
lo kunzo wa de denzin sha
And that is established as a mind which grasps at things as real.
denzin de la lo kunzo wa she kwa de ti kunzo de jibje la sikwa de jibje la demba ngosum de demba thong lan jibar cheba yin zan denzin te gi an jibje la ko kwa de ti kunzo se de jibje la che yi ga lan jibje de denzin de lo kunzo de la sha.
So this phenomenal mind then is being defined as a something which obscures, which acts as to obscure things, and it operates so this not knowing or this ignorance, which is grasping at things as real, functions to cover or obscure the true nature of things.
인상 가사한테 로군조 집체 로군조와 덴진 대응 or 댐바레 댐바 임바카레스 티 댐바 주와 쯤바인자 댐바레스 되라 댐주 마주바 인자 나네 나와다 마주바 인장 쯤바 임베나 군조 댐바 스과레 강사도 오데 강사도 오데 로군조와 때문 덴진 집체 군조와 대응 or 덴지 댐바데 카레 퀴 덴주를 샴바체
So this person who is the phenomenal who is this phenomenal cognition here is obscured and is a source of obscuration or agent for obscuration because it operates to obscure, to cover the nature of reality, and by grasping at things as being real, it holds them in a way to exist in a way in which they do not.
인자다 대화라 군좀니 미셰밤 마르바데 스텐징라체 군좀니 미셰밤 마르바데 인징라체네 뭐비 태코나니 갭싱 드버 쳬바람 스텐징 대기 랑기 태코나니 통화라 아니 가서는 드버 쳬바 현지 태코나니 차 통화라 개버 쳬바 인장 태코나니 갭싱 드버 쳬비 칠
So this name or word phenomenal here is designated, it's given this name because this not knowing or ignorance operates to, it covers over the reality of things and obscures them. It operates to cover and obscure itself as well as as other things as well.
인산다 니가서 이단 군조 담바당 세기 니니 군조지 깨도 리발라 주베 어다디 리발라 주베 티 차네 아니 샤바레 두시 티 차네 샤바레 티찬의 샤바 인지 군조 탐제 두제의 샤바 말이스 다 군조 탐제 두제마 두제들 덴지로와 군조 시안 탐제 두제 말이스 군조 이나 두제 용고 말이스.
So here, then, this explanation of the phenomenal, samvriti in Sanskrit or kunzop in Tibetan, this is applying this meaning to the original term underlying this. Here, the original term is samvriti in Sanskrit, and that's translated into Tibetan as kunzop. So the word samvriti actually is construed as or has the connotation of something which obscures or is obscured. And so this kind of the explanation that's just been given is given from that portion of the meaning of the term. Of phenomenal, samvriti kunzop, or phenomenal is the way I'm glossing it here in the translation. And however, it's not the case that all phenomenal things are, they're not all explained to be obscure. obscures, things that create obscuration. There are things which are phenomenal, which are not, don't act as agents of obscuration.
양나 군좀니 편지 땜비 텐데스. 와 군좀 세야 돼. 아니 체시다 체시라 써와. 아니 편지 땜비 텐데스. 와 편지 땜네 주바면 편지 땜네 주비 텐데스.
Then an alternative meaning of the word phenomenal here is mutually dependent. A sense of the term phenomenal here is mutually dependent. So, for example, a qualification, anything which is qualified, or like kichudang,
체시라서 아니 편지 땜네 주바면 땜네 주바.
So such things as a qualification and a thing which is qualified, these have this relationship of mutual dependence. They depend upon each other for their existence.
이제 네 편지 땜 거에 라 이제 또 땜 거에 라라 추두지 라신 여바 미담비 테노스 추두지 라신 여바 미담바 추두지 라신 여나 편지 땜바 가와 편지 떼와 가와 와 편지 떼와 가와 일단 네 편지 땜 거에 라라 추두지 라신 여바 미담비 테노스.
So since these have to depend upon each other, these phenomenal things have to depend upon each other, they're having a nature of being able to stand alone is not true, or is not a real feature of them, because since they do have to, they exist through depending upon each other. They don't have a nature of being able to stand alone.
편지 땜 거에 군주가 시그와 니네 편지 땜 거와 라라 추두지 라신 여바 미담바고 다 추디 라셰비 군전시 라 추두비 라셰비 군전 전담 땜바라 여장 전담 땜바데 아니 라라 추두지 라신 여세데 아니 가서래 댐백 나와다도 추박이 댐백 되는데 편담 댐바라 여바 인장 수딘 라셰비 군전 텐담 댐바라 유매장 군조위 자주반이 민데 댐바 시비 자주 전단 댐바라 예장 군조 시비 자주 전단 댐바라 주고 말해 댐바 시비 자 전단 댐바라 주장 군조 시비 자주 전단 댐바라 주고 말해 라라 랑주 지랑시 여바데 편진 때 거봐야 라라 랑줍지 라시 예바 미담비테노 셔와
미담
되니 수된 라시아비 군전세데 텐담 댐바데 아니 댐바 인바 나와다 추바 인장 라라 랑줍지 다 라왕기 가서 랑줍스나무도 나와다 추바기 댐바데 여바 인장 수된 라시아비 군전 텐담 댐바라 유매장 텐담 댐바라 군접 시와기 다리 주고 말해.
So the reason for giving this sort of explanation of the term here in this way is, although it also could be applied to ultimate truth, however, the word phenomenal is not applied to that.
추디 라시아비 군전 텐단 댐바라 유매장 사데 라라 랑줍지 라신지 여바 미담바 세기 라시아바데 라시아디 텐단 댐바라 유매장 세 유매장 군조비 자주바 말이 텐단 댐바라 군조비 자주고 말이.
So here the word being true or real is also applied to ultimate truth, but the word phenomenal is not applied to ultimate truth.
No. No.
So the pension trigger meet them be done.
So the Drashi do so. Didn't pension then go around to Ranshi Yaba, meet them return or Sudu Ranshi Yaba, meet them return is pension then a true go around Sudu Ranshi Yaba, meet them return is Sharawa. That tender will Drashi Bagi or pension then a true go around to Ranshi Yaba, everybody. Tendan Dembala, you are a Strasheti. You merjang, Tendan Dembala, Kunzo Rajukumare.
Dundandemba.
Tendan Dembala, Kunzo Rajukumare.
So here, the notion of something being able to stand alone is untrue with respect to the phenomenal, and one can say that the reason for giving that sort of explanation of this word is equally applicable to ultimate truth. It's not able to. It doesn't have the nature of being able to stand alone either. But one doesn't apply the word phenomenal to ultimate truth.
인산 다시비 균전 여바 잠지 다주비 균전 요고 말이스. 다시바 균전 여바 잠지 다주비 균전 요고 말이스.
So explaining having a reason for explaining a word in a certain way does not necessarily entail that one has to apply that word equally to everything.
배나 초지기 다시비 균전 배와라 여장 초지기 다 배와라 미주바 나시래.
For example, the word born from a lake here, born from a lake. The reason for giving that, or that etymology of the word born from a lake is equally applied to frogs, but we don't apply that word lake-born. Lake-born here is a name for a lotus, something. It's a saruruha. Is a Sanskrit word for lotus, and so the etymology of that is something which is born from a lake, meaning a lotus in this case. Equally, frogs are born from lakes, but we don't apply that word to them.
다들 담아 따다로서 다지 얘기 소지 그 자세비 진전 배워라 얘기한 배워라 소지 그 잠 주바 대신도 편진 때문에 너네 편진 때가 와랑도 지주버 랑신 이해바 미담바이 된대기 자차바디 군조비 다 군조 그 자세비 진전디 전단 담발라 연나양 전단 담발라 군조 그 자주고 말이 세직다 따다저다.
So the word phenomenal in this connotation of it is it's glossed as indicating something which is mutually dependent. A thing which is things which are mutually dependent are phenomenal. But so that quality of being mutually dependent is equally applicable to ultimate truth. But we don't apply the word phenomenal to ultimate truth, just as we don't apply the word lotus, lake-born, to a frog, even though it's applicable to it.
직전 군조 담바당 세 직전 세와 군조 세와디 드제라 자야지기 안투스제니 세당 직체 다야나 군조 대 안에 가서 군조니 나대 직전지 타냐라 군조 대 나대 직전기 타냐라 쳐봐 군조니 나대 직전기 타냐도 직전기 타냐 세서 되라야 제자당 谢瓦当谢家拉所谓参议监督谢巴，安尼有件几他年及谢就当了，我看是谢白是谢瓦当谢家拉所谓参议监啦谢白，有件几他年及谢就当了没些，有件几他年谢。有的去有件给他年给安尼谢瓦几当叫瓦咱那没送钱。
So there's an alternative gloss on the word phenomenal here, samvriti or kunzop. This can also be glossed as as signs. The phenomenal is signs, which indicates here worldly conventions. And these consist of since these are explained as being defined being defined as things which are to be expressed and the means of expression, subject matter and texts, one could say, or speech and that which is expressed, and because they could be and also knowledge and things which are to be known. Since they're defined in that way, that worldly conventions are defined in that way, then one should not hold them as consisting merely of the conventions which are subjects, such as here One shouldn't hold them to be solely conventions that are subjects, such as knowledge and expression.
Jigden Mimbi Kunzo Yadam Yamna, Jigden Kunzo Shekana, Jigden Mimbi Kunzo Yadam Yamna, Jigden Mimbi Kunzo Yaba Jebi Chidu, Jigden Mimbi Kunzo Yaba Jebi Chidu, and Jigden Mewa Maris. Mewa Maris.
So you might ask, it says here worldly phenomenal. Worldly phenomenal here, and the necessity of saying worldly here is there some kind of what is the necessity of saying worldly here? Is there some kind of phenomenal thing which is not worldly? You might have that question.
Oh. 아니 가서 뭐 치다르네와 지난 그 오원남 랑게 내주 오원데 내랑데 치다르네와데 아니 줘버리 직대 세팅
직팅기
여기
직팅기 민비
직대민비 군조 여바 제비치도 직대 심해와를 왜서나 테마리
So
오원남지 치다르네위 내주디 제비치도 직대 심해와를
So it says here then that this is not stated. The word worldly here is not stated to in order to negate or exclude there being the existence of phenomenal things which are not of the world, but it's expressed in order to explain how the thing exists, how things of the world exist.
No, yeah. Dan number 2度呢，安尼热热讲了这些咋办呢？热热汤，安尼领导我们当 mix 了所谓安不娘把当。Raru Tendiki Nyambe Ambo Nyambagi, Anita Raru Sashazaba Nawa. I know Wombola Soa Nawa. You are Tunga Sebola Soa Nawa. Oh, that Tinzola Ambo Nyamba Tonga Chijilola Newa Tetani yu teta la tene rang ngoro sere pana raru chenla dasha zaba na wa de raru dasha zaba na yu wang shi tin ngoro dambare ra wang shi tin ngoro dambare tene kang ngoro damba jobi jikdani kang tene kang ngoro damba jobi jikdani meno ste 가르쳐 그래 냐바 통화 치질로라 내가 대단히 유 대단할 때네 때네 강경으로 댐바 조비 강경으로 댐바 조비 지대니 매노 스타강 나주비 안에 데르슨 그여사래 나주기 자세당 통과서보다 가를 릉도당 안에 통과서보다 소와 치질로다 아니 가르레스나 요 대달할 때네 강경호 댐바 조비 직된데 말이스 강경호 댐바 조비 직된데 대단테 나위 시와티 하고 있어요.
대단히 나위
대단테 나위 시와티
셰바
와서버 나와 다시 잡아 나와 라
율루트네 직된바 말이스
강경호 댐바 조비 직된데 말이스
강경호 댐바 조비
요 대다스 라루잖아 다시 잡아 나위 다시 당 릉도잖아 온보라 소와 나야당 아니 통과서버라 소와 대다 안보 년배 통외 치질로도 내와 대다니 유 대다라 때네 강경으로 댐바 조비 직대 마이노 그봐 유대 강경으로 댐바 조비 강경으로 댐바 조비 디젠데 아니 대다테 나위 시와티샤
Sheba. So then the text says that from one point of view, or from one point of view, it's this. From one point of view, these are not being established as worldly from the point of view of the objects that appear to people who are in the state of having their vision damaged by the eye disease, which causes hairs to appear in front of the eye, or cataracts. For them, the things, these blue type of cataracts or jaundice and so forth. People who have have their organs, their vision damaged by the eye disease, which causes hairs to appear, by blue cataracts, by jaundice and so forth. They see hairs falling, or they see things as bluish, or they see if they're under the effect of jaundice and so forth, then they see things like conch cells as if they were yellow when they're actually white. So people in that existing in that sort of state where their vision is damaged. This being worldly here is not presented from the point of view of those objects, but rather it's presented from the point of view, or it's set forth as worldly from the perspective of the cognitions, which are seeing things in those erroneous ways. So it's from the point of view of the cognitions rather than the objects here.
Oh yeah, 대실 대다기 군조 라루라 소와 다 유지 로베 군조 대실 대다기 군조 라루라 소베 레 라루라 소베 자세 잡아나와라 라루당 다 추이레베 아몰레비유 아니 자세 잡아다 통과세보다 가르몬보라 소와 좋아 샤쇼그로 아몰레비유 대다니 아빌레비유 대다니 지대라 되다 나와다르스 로텔라 나와다 되다 미덴베 tele yewi chiri jikden bi kunzo denpa shi denbi chapa meso.
So, therefore, because of the distinction made above between the objects of people who are suffering from defective vision and then the subjective vision itself, the eye, which is damaged by these diseases and such, the phenomenal things for them, which are the falling hairs and so forth, I'm sorry, that the objects for those people whose organs are affected by these eye disease, those objects, since they're not real, they're not real in the sense that they exist as they appear from the perspective of the world. Here, in order to distinguish from that, distinguish the cognizing eyes here from that, then we've stated the distinction of truth within the context of worldly phenomenal truth.
Oh yeah, that didn't. That's all that. 태양이 담바양인데 요즘에는 태양이 아니 담바세가라 아니 담바 유초인데 이시 담바세 태양이 담바양인데 텐담모세 대관한이 지신도 세비 오르 밀루베 아니 담바레 밀루베 세가라 밀루가 가르세나 대관한 지신도 세바데 돈용 무슨 도비 시세 대라 나주다 내루 튼베 나주다 내수 튼바 인상 밀루바 인상 나주다 내수 튼베 밀루바레 인상 담바레.
Then regarding the ultimate here, because it's an object and because it's the best, the supreme here, it's called the highest object or the ultimate. And because that is not deceptive within the perspective of someone who is seeing reality as it is also true or real. It's the truth or real. So here, this is saying that because reality exists as it appears, within the way the thing appears and the way it exists are coincide within the perspective of that kind of seeing. And therefore, because of that, it's not deceptive, and therefore it's real or true.
Oh yeah, that's it. That kind of way the subject 제가 가라. 가셔마도 되니 좀 오세. 다르와 되니 오. 사다 되니 마시나 사대르베. 그봐. 在于团下吧，这个客帮兵我吃哇，是这个现的。这个客帮兵团我吃哇，是的。这个客帮兵团我吃哇天啦。但第二一过的，俺们山西这哇，到这把个这山告诉，俺我们就把来想办法人把的，马些吧钱，这把钱这山告诉马些吧，俺们等把你去团的，我们就把来小的吃我，钱的想办法吧。
So we've reached then the second subdivision of this topic here, which is the nature of the two truths, which are not understood by the opponent. And so we've gone through the explanation of the root text there, the words, the meaning of the words that are taught in the root text. And then now we've reached the section on determining the meaning of that which is referenced in the commentary. That refers, this is here, Chandrakirti in the clear words refers to the text that he had composed previously, the introduction to the middle way. And because in the clear words, he doesn't go into a detailed explanation of the two truths, because he had already explained it in the introduction to the Middle Way. So here we need to expand on this a little bit by understanding how they're explained. The two truths are explained in the introduction to the Middle Way.
Oh yeah, that didn't. Tell us, Shani, Sirgan, Demba, Ni said, Ishidela, Sheshani. Tandujin Nanjova, Shewa Chawa, Tela, Kariore, Sana, Anit, Dembani, Yore, Sirgan, Shejala, Dembani, Setela. Chidam, Castle, Yobala, Dembani, Yore, Shashala, Dembani, Yore, or Tendrik Masheba, Shewa Chawa, Dembani, Setela, Koji Chabachi, Yola Gore. Karre sana nanjowa namji shewa chawa tela shila demba ni lamla tapse ni degula ani chisu kuku ni chani tu shago yo jang hagoza jidang yobala kunzo demba demba ni sha chogro wa sha sha la yang kunzo demba demba ni yo wa ta tende gi yaba ma cheba ishidela sheja shago yo tela 아니 고주 개발전 예수 거래.
제자 개발전.
고주.
고주.
고와 개발전 예수. 로 가르레에서나 난조와 그 탄도께 난조그 시에와 잡아대라. 아니 실라 땜바니.
실라 땜바니.
람라 탑시니. 탑다시라는 레오라 최수국군이.
알레. So here, generally, one can differentiate the two truths with respect to many kinds of objects, with regard to cognizing subjects, with regard to the objects that they cognize, that they know, objects of knowledge and forms of knowledge. One can do it with respect to everything basically can be differentiated from the point of the two truths can be understood with respect to any kind of object. But here there's a basis for here. What is the basis for distinguishing the two truths? Is that which is to be known by a practitioner of somebody who's practicing yoga, yogini or yogi. And so within this base here, or is within the three of base, path, and result, the two truths constitute the base.
Lam Tabshini.
The path is method and wisdom, and then the result is the two bodies.
인자다 시월 샤와들라 가져요와레 선다 덴바니 시셰자데 칸라 덴바니 나바제비 예바 시인라 텔라예나 문도 덴바다 된 덴바 이워디니 시셰자라 체윙 오레 라
So with regard to that which is to be known here, it's the basis for making the differentiation into the two truths, and the nature of that differentiation is the phenomenal truth and ultimate truth.
Yeah. That's what 소수된 chewa sosu tengewa chewa tela sta kunzo dang tenda demba izi chewa sosu tengewa chewa tela kunzo demba dang tenda demba sheba demba ni change demba che sum che ta kunzo demba sheba tela yang ani kunzo dang dembi dra de sheba kunzo dembi chani sheba kunzo dembi yewa sheba sum.
So this topic then is subdivided into three subdivisions, and there's making an ascertainment of the meaning of each of these divisions into phenomenal truth and ultimate truth has three subdivisions, which is that which treats phenomenal truth, that which explains ultimate truth, and then an explanation that the enumeration of the two truths is definite. The first of these, the explanation of phenomenal truth, has three subdivisions: an explanation of the meaning of the word phenomenal and truth, and then the definition of phenomenal truth, and then the subdivisions or subdivisions of the phenomenal.
다 군족단 대비 자전 샤바 되라. 다 다진 섭지 친사라. 담보 군족단 대비 자전 샤바니 군족니 강 담바니 강샤나. 군족 카레레 담바 카레레사나. 다 다진에 때문 된지를 라인 바 군족이. 대라 수라 소와 군족와 강경오. 로 강경오 담바 줘야 로 군족와 강경오 담바 줘비 군족니 수라 소비 체남 로 군족 강경오 담바 줘비 군족니 다 가레레 된지 임바텔라 체남나 랑비 체나나 라시지 주비 랑경오 메발라 여바 drotabe 다 된지 말이 바테레 군족 담바 시외 군족테 말이 바테레.
So here, as far as the explanation of the word phenomenal and the word truth, if you ask then what is that which is phenomenal and what is that which is the truth, what do those words mean? Here, the explanation of the first of these, the phenomenal, is that. It's that which is phenomenal, which is presented as no, this concept hanging or temperature. Concept hanging or temperature concept.
둘러서와라 군족 강경오 담바 줘비 군족 니 군족의 가레레스나 처남나 랑신지 그위 랑경오 메발라 drotabe 말이 받다나 담바 마주 받다 담바 drotabe 로드레스 랑을만.
So here then it says the phenomenal things which are truth, which are form, etc., physical form and so forth, those phenomenal things, it's the phenomenal which, within the perspective of which, phenomenal things such as physical forms and so forth are established, are posited as being real. Okay, so that's the first part of this definition, the subject. And then the explanation of that, what that phenomenal is that it's ignorance which superimposes upon phenomena phenomena which don't have any kind of own nature, which is established by means of its own essence, as if they had that. So this ignorance superimposes onto phenomena the existence of a nature established by means of its own essence, which they don't actually have.
그래서 오야 다 오버라 담바 투아 미스베세게 수라 소와남 오라 담바 투아 미스바 인장 담바 인 근저 담바 인 세데 다 로용오라 샤고 그래 로용오라.
So since things, it's impossible for things to be established as real, no phenomenon is established as being real, then their being established as real is within the perspective of a cognition. So this has to be So because this is so because it's impossible for them to be established as real within the perspective of a cognition which is not grasping at them as being real.
인상 우마 주베 가서 디무랑신 줍지 군접대 대강 지어마 담바 난즈네 군접대시 투바테 송신 지어마 주위 오늘 군접도 세가나 디무랑신 줍지 군접대 세대 가르송 거래서나 디무 덴진데 아니 태권하지 통하는 드버 셔바 인상 아니 군접대 디무랑신 줍지 군접대
So this is explained in the basic text of the introduction to the Middle Way, the verse which says that here ignorance, how to translate that? It's a confusion, confusion. Because it obscures the nature of things, because it's obscuring the nature of things, is phenomenal. So this confused mind is the grasping at things as being real.
랑신 줍지를 세가나 랑신 태권하니 통하는 드바 인상 다코라 군접 군접와 군접스민다래 군접.
It's this type of confusion or ignorance is called phenomenal because it obscures the nature of things. Here, the nature of things refers to their emptiness.
Oh yeah. 다디 오마들라 대화대 저이나 대간 지어마 담바 나한테는 군접 대시 투와 대송대 세가나 대스 다음에 오게 디무 덴생 빵비 얘랑 다좀 받아 아니 사제바 구와 주와라 내위 가사 대다기 오로 아니 수달을 소위 최대다 군접 담바 말이 군접 잠래 담바 말이
So this will get explained down below in the commentary, but here we have to note that for those who have achieved have gotten rid of ignorance, who have eliminated the ignorance which grasps at things as being real, then things like forms, physical forms, sounds, and so forth, they appear phenomenally, but they don't appear as phenomenal truths. They don't appear to be real phenomena.
군접 대시 투와 대송세 세가나 수자라 소와 덴징기 모두 덴베 군접 담바시 투바 대송데스. 저말 지용은 군접 두세데 덴징 말을 바빵비 타살내비 자주 셈바다 녀란다 좀비 뭘 아니 덴바 말이 아니 군접 짬레
So thus it's explained that here it says in the root text that by that that which is artificial but appears to be real is taught by the Buddha to be phenomenal truth, and this things which have the nature which are artificial appear phenomenally. In the commentary, as it'll be explained, the Arya Bodhisattvas who have reached the pure stages of the Bodhisattva path, as well as Arhats who are following the Shravaka path or the Pratyeka Buddha path, for them, things, phenomenal things like forms and sounds and such, they don't appear as phenomenal truths. they don't appear to be real for those beings, but they appear as mere phenomenal, having merely a phenomenal nature. And that is because they've gotten rid of the ignorance which grasps at things as being real.
다 되게 된다 제주 가라. 다와 타바기 우마주비 주전하라. 대다레식 시비야나게 요소 되와 님원제에 마리비 왕그 군도지담바 남바 샤고. 세디 시비야나 요소 되와 땡데야나 중니기 뒤위 아니 통면 마리바 님원제에 마리비 왕기 군도지담바 남바 샤고 서수달라 소와 마리비 땡 통면 마리바 덴진 티잉or 아니 가소레 덴베 아니 군조지 담바 나바 샤파레.
So here in the commentary on the introduction to the Middle Way by Chandrakirti, he explains this as follows. It says, thus for the moment, for the present, will present the phenomenal truth, phenomenal reality, that which is phenomenally true, from the in accordance with the ignorance, the afflicted mental affliction type of ignorance, which is included within the factors of existence. Here, factors of existence refers to the 12 factors of dependent origination, and this ignorance is the first of the 12 links or 12 factors of dependent origination. So phenomenal truth is established in accordance with that ignorance.
Oh yeah, that thing 군조 대시 두었은 저마주 오늘 군조도 세 주박이 책대기 대화 자주 가나 평년도다 라산제 창주 삼바 년도다 라산제 다전바다 창주 삼바 타바사송의 내위 님원제지 말이바 빵바 아니 도시 가서 소녀단 자와 나라라심해봐 도시 소녀라 소위 여반이단 자와 스바 남라니 대다게 타바소송 그 자주 써봤던 야랑 다주병고 숙달라 써와 아니 군접점 인지 담바 말에 와 대화 재미라시 인지 담바 마인데 예서 담바 조사기 시된진데 방차와 인장 담바 넘바면 매일
So with respect to that, moreover, the Shravakas and Pratyeka Buddhas, the disciple Shravakas and individual realizing Buddhas, and the Bodhisattvas, who have gotten rid of this kind of ignorance, which is a mental affliction, being here the confusion which grasps at things as being real, which was mentioned in the verse. For them, constructs, things which are constructed, which have an existence which is similar to a reflection and so forth, they see these Shravaka, Pratyeka Buddhas and Bodhisattvas who have achieved the pure levels of the Bodhisattva path. They see things, constructed things, as if they had they existed like reflections and so forth, as having an artificial nature. They don't grasp at them as being real.
Oh yeah. 치와 남네 루와 쳐봐 인라스. 덴징기 샹이마 동반이 마도바기 치와 남네 루와 쳐봐 인라.
Tempa mayente, tempa ngopalo.
Tempa ngopalo me tempa shamba me ba.
Tempa ngopalo.
다살 내외 자주 삼바당 냐랑 다 좀바 남지 ngor 안에 수달라 서와 운전도 말하지 tempa 말에 tempa 메바데 카를 강경 ngor tempa 줘야 그 덴징데 메와 인상 tempa ngopalo 바 메위셔
So it says they don't, they hold them to have that sort of artificial nature, to a sort of artificial nature, but they don't grasp it, they don't hold them to be real. They don't grasp at them as being real because they don't presume that they are real. Here, the presumption that they're real refers to sort of being attached to them as being real.
다더니 치와 남니 누가 쳐봐 이라 텔레 셴바 남라니 주말라 소와 아니 땡진 대화 중화 땡진 대화 중화 중화니지 꾸저점도 주로 어시 어셰숨베니 꾸저점 봐 여봐 줘봐 남 다들 와데 치와나 누가 쳐봐 세데 주와 쳐봐 누가 쳐봐 아 저 쳐봐 이라 다 동반지 통행기 텔레 셴바 남니 주말라 소와다르 세리가나 예미디 신 달란도 나야 달란도 마주바 나신 덴바 나자 덴바 마주바 땡진저와 중앙 남주 구조도 주로 세데 예수베니 다 되게 된다 군조 덴바 여바 줘바데 마리베 여바 줘바 마리 줘바당 녀몬젠지 마리바 파위 녀랑 찬섬기 오로 군조지 덴바 미조가 되면 많이 군소지 되면 미조가 되면 demba 많이 세마도 군소 되면 많이 쓰고 말아 군소 잠인지 demba 말이스 그냥 장선 공고 군소 되면 매봐 잡아 말이스 덴진 밤비 다사서 다 내내 내란 다좀 받아 다바섬지 장선지 용어로 수자라서와 군소 잠인지 demba 말이스 와마도 군조 때만 말했고 말했어.
군조 때만 말해. 군조 참.
있어거든요. 디 중대 가르에서나 군조 때만 여봐 잡아대 말이 여봐 잡아 말해서 치와 남니 누가 쳐봐 이나 세디 녀몬 고 디기 가르에서나 군조 때만 여봐 잡아대 말이 여봐 잡아 때만 말해서 요 티오기 유만나서 왔던지 저와 죽고자도 주로 세대기 녀몬jen지 마르바 빠베 찬섬지 오로 그저도바 미쇼바데바 마레스 그저데바 예 수자라서와 찬섬티 오 근접점인지 덴바 마레스 근접점인지 덴바 마레스
군접점인 덴바 마이
덴바 마레스 근접 덴바레스
군접 덴바레스 가리가 기가
근접점인지 덴바 마레스나 칸도 덴바르 셴비 로 덴진데 크줄라 메바 인상 덴바 넘바 메바 메이서 나보송아 어디래
인 군조 덴바
군조 잠만지 덴바 마인체
군조 참인 덴바
덴바 마인세 군조 덴바 인세
군조 덴바 인
야
okay then it says that for childish beings meaning those who are under the control of this ignorance, grasping at things as being real. Because they're deceptive, they deceive them. For childish beings, these they're deceptive. But for those who are other than childish beings, they exist as mere phenomenal things, which are by virtue of them being dependent originations, like magical illusions and so forth. They're like a magical illusion and so forth, thus become merely phenomenal by the force of them being dependent originations. So where this explanation of what is phenomenal and what is phenomenal truth indicates that things being established as existing as phenomenal truths, that is established, are those that are established as existing by ignorance. But this last line I'm getting tangled up in, I'm sorry. Within the perspective of Shravakas and Pratyeka Buddhas and Bodhisattvas who have gotten rid of the ignorance which is a mental affliction, the grasping at things as real, it is not taught that phenomenal truth is not established within their perspective. Nyumongchiki Marikpa Pampi Nyarangdan Changsimgingor
Ngoro
Kunzupki
Udala Sowa Kunzup Sam Re Tempa Mare
Tempamare.
Oh che Tempa Mewade Maimba Karesana Tempa and George ki Lo Dinzing de Mewa Intan Tempa Lamba Mewich.
So no.
Sugdala Sowa Chansim Teta Gimo Kunzo Tempa Revasana Risk. That is Kunzup Samin Tempa Mare, Sawatan, Kunzo Tempa Insa, the Kagar, Hoshuko, Kunzo Tempa Tanya Yuarawa.
Also. So here the distinction is being made that within the perspective of those Shravakas and Pratyeka Buddhas and Bodhisattvas who have gotten rid of this ignorance, which is a mental affliction, those things appear as merely phenomenal, but it is not said that for them that they're not established as phenomenal truths. It's something which is a phenomenal truth.
Kunzo Tempa Tanya Yuarawa.
Tanitu yores.
Yawa Yinzang Tasalene Chanju Sambadang, Yarang Dachambio, Sudraso, Kunzo Tempa Re. Kunzo Tempa Re. Kunzo Tamin Tempa Mares. Tempa Mares. Tempa Mede, Kunzo Tempa said Tempa de George Timu Denzing or Tempe, turn a me Tempa in Satesigua. George Kunzo Denzing Mewa Yinzang.
So here it said that for those bodhisattvas and Shravakas, Pratyeka Buddhas, and bodhisattvas on the pure levels of the bodhisattva path, that within their perspective of having abandoned, gotten rid of the ignorance which grasps at things as being real, phenomenal things are established as being merely phenomenal, yet it is not said that phenomenal truths are not established for them, because phenomenal truths do exist. Because phenomenal truth does exist conventionally.
Oh yeah,
We'll stop there.
Sanje Shindo Mi Devo Ye Dogun Namda Jeba Jo